Well, let's check out my latest acquisition. Can anybody guess what it is? It's dark, so I'm going to pull it in the garage. And we will have a further look. I'll have to do a walk around in the shop. But hey, it's dark. So, ooh, digital dash. You don't say. What could it be? Motor in gear. Car is leveling. I don't know, it looks like a Cadillac. Put the park brake back on. Okay, so I decided to bring the car in the garage mainly because it's freezing cold. Frost is starting to gather on the car. And, well, I decided to bring it in the shop mainly because of lighting reasons, and I'm still out in flip-flops. So it's freezing outside. So anyway, what we are dealing with here, what we're looking at here today is a 1989 Cadillac Fleetwood sedan. So I still have yet to figure out what exactly the difference is between a Fleetwood and a DeVille, other than the fact that the Fleetwoods have memory seats, which I think is a real kicker for 1989, and it actually has something like that. This car would have been the cat's meow back then. Telescopic steering, of course, you'd expect that. My 83 Buick has that, so that's a little outdated technology even for the 80s. I really prefer these Cadillacs or Buicks or Olds 98s slash the Slavers, mainly because of the old style door handles. I really rathered that back in the day than the traditional lift up door handle that my 94 had. So this is my second Cadillac. It is an 89, mine was a 94, mine was just a DeVille. It still had digital dash. Didn't have the fender mount option. Unfortunately, I don't even know if it was an option back then. I'm pretty sure the Concours had it, but anyway. So this car is pretty decent, considering it's an 89. And the mileage, 77,000 miles, I think I'm pretty well got accumulated on it. Let's turn it on. So yeah, right now on the clock we're looking at phone. Camera might be able not be able to pick this up very well. 76,967 on the odometer. I've been driving it. I accumulated 234 miles, and I still have 9 gallons in the tank currently. Well, it's very wet and windy here at the shop this evening. I'm doing a second walk around of the car, the Cadillac. Got a lot of precipitation here. Power went out about 2 hours ago. Managed to come back on, thankfully. Very windy here in Ontario. So just to add to this, I gave it a detailing. I guess it was on Friday. There was a PA day here, meaning there was no school, no bus, no kids. So I gave it a little bit of a sprucing up. Nothing too exciting, just, you know, just kind of cleaned it up a little bit. I had my Oldsmobile flag out there flying on the flagpole. We had some decent weather. I just took it down a few moments ago. I was worried this tornado that's blowing through here might blow it away. So yeah, just another garage walk around of the Caddy. She's an 89, never been rode in. I might end up putting my name in there. The mileage when I first put it in use. Anyway, nice to own one of these again. I have these except they're starting to fade. So I tracked a guy down on eBay that has these. C&D blanks is what I need. I might order some and just get my local hardware store to just cut them. If this car doesn't have the pass key, so I don't have to worry about that. So anyhow, just yeah, like I mean, everything is in pristine condition with this car. This car came from northern Ontario all the way up near Kirkland Lake. It was actually purchased from a dealer up there. But in any event, you know, very great running car. The only thing that didn't work for me was the ignition control. No, sorry. Blower motor resistor module. Listen to that rain out there. I have a feeling I'll be in the dark doing this video in a second here. So, you know, like it was just a minor little setback. I mean, you swear this book was never even touched, you know, like it's just no marks or anything on there. Sometimes you buy a car that's 20 years old, it's just all faded and pages are all yellow. Anyhow, just thought I'd share, because I mean, there's some car guys that always like to look to see if the literature still exists. And well, it does in fact still exist with this car. Put you back in there. So yeah, I ended up getting 3 sets of keys with the car. It's just my business logo for the shop. It just smells like a Glade air freshener. So I waxed the door jambs and all that. Of course, the car was out in the rain a bit today and that wind. It's got helicopter stuff all over it. Looks like we're getting hail now. That sound of that. No, it has been smoked in once. You can't smell that it's been smoked in, but there is evidence of it. The cigarette lighters don't look like they've been touched on either one of them. There's 3 of them in the car. There's one over there and there's one up front. Yeah, neither one of them look like they've been touched. The only sad part, let me make sure that's up because I don't might end up blowing a fuse or something. The only sad part is that the wow. And temperature's dropping here too, I can feel it. The only sad part is that the pillar here is carpeted, and we can tell that there is definitely evidence that, you know, somebody's cigarette came into contact. Mileage wise, I've been driving it, it's due for an oil change actually. So right now we're looking at 78,660 on the odometer. Service air conditioning light came on too. It did intermittently for a while when I started driving it, and for whatever reason, up until last week it's decided to stay steady lit. It will go out, but if you try and cycle it to auto to make the compressor kick in, it'll just say service air conditioning and it'll stay in the economy mode. I think there might have been a small leak, and what very well might have happened is the Freon might have leaked out, and now it's basically telling you, you know, service air conditioning. So just one of those things. Remote start, everything, all that stuff works great. I got a set of wheel discs for the 88 Cutlass, and I got another dealership flag. I actually got it from the same guy that I got the wheel discs from. So I had that flying on the pole there, just for something different. So anyway, fantastic running car. I have a feeling they'll be lacing the highways with salt soon enough. They didn't seem to have done it today, which is good, but winter is starting to set in here. I mean, the temperature swings is just ridiculous. And we had a freezing rain warning this morning, so I don't imagine I'll be racking up many more miles than what I have on it currently. I'm still trying to figure out storage space for it too. I'm really not sure where I'm going to park it yet. I want to get this engine out in the next couple of weeks. I'm actually having a friend help me with that. So we're going to get that underway so I can get this monstrosity the hell out of here. Of course, I can't do nothing in here because I have everything set up and I don't want to move things around and all that because I'd rather just get it done and rather than take it back outside and not have anything done. Power antenna works. So, anyway. Yeah, so not a bad car. I mean, it runs great. 4.5 V8 in it. My other Cadillac had that as well. I never had a problem with the engine, but there was always some kind of electrical problems with them. Well, my old one gave me a lot of problems. Vehicle speed sensor was one of them, which was its demise. I got fed up with it. I did fix it, but the vehicle speed sensor, this little sensor on top of the transmission, which tells the computer how fast you're going and makes the speedometer work and tells the transmission when to shift. Well, it conked out one time due to a bad wire. I did fix it, but then there was some kind of other electrical issue, and the air ride never worked. The pump did, but it wouldn't. Yeah, I got fed up with it beyond repair, so I just ended up selling it. But I have a feeling this car will give me absolutely no grief. Mainly because there's a little less electronic components in it for it to fail, but I mean, who knows? Later down the road, there might be some problems with it, and we don't know. But so far, it's been running great for what it is. I mean, it's a great car, and just need to get a new vinyl top for it. The vinyl top is in decent shape. It's not ripped or anything, except for this section, but the finish is starting to peel right off. So it's got to go. Body-wise, I know there's no problems with it leaking in behind there, causing rust issues. Everything is good here. This is a typical spot where you'll notice rust starting to form, but there's no indication of that at all. So that'll be getting done the same time I do the Oldsmobile. The Oldsmobile will probably get done first before this one because that one's been waiting for one for quite some time. So anyway, we'll leave it at that for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. 1989, excuse me, losing my voice here. Cadillac, Fleetwood. Very nice car.